performance by both teams, up and down, back and forth. And so your Eagles lead 42-40. It's my pleasure at this time to welcome to the broadcast someone who's very familiar to you if you've been following Eagles athletics and Eagles basketball any length of time at all, Coach Mark Arthur. In fact, Coach Arthur is the namesake of our floor here in the gymnasium. He's been around a long time and has now been coaching the Lady Eagles. I believe this is your 5th year as head coach of Eagles, and we welcome you to the broadcast, Coach Mark, and congratulations on a big win tonight, big comeback.
Thanks, Steve, for all you do here for us and helping us. And it was a great win for us tonight. Had to make some adjustments at halftime, and it really paid off.
Yeah, I was shocked. The Lady Eagles came out and only scored 25 points in the first half, but then they just exploded in the second half, and that's more like what we're accustomed to seeing throughout the course of the year.
When we play teams that have athletic guards, we kind of like to run our 4-out motion, but sometimes we don't match up, and we're just not very good with the ball in our hands sometimes, or good enough to continue to run that. So second half, we went to just one of our base rotation offenses to where everybody knows where they're going, and then if penetration's there out of that, especially with Andrade, she can take it.
Well, she's a handful.
Oh, man.
When she gets going to the basket, nobody can stop her.
She played a little hesitant first half. She picked up a couple offensive charges last game, and she was really just playing a little timid tonight. And we just told her to relax and play. And second half, she came out and really, did a great job for us.
She kind of set the tempo getting to the rim. They had to worry about her, and it kind of opened up the three-point shot a little bit.
Yeah, she had a couple big steals for us too, and defensively, you don't want to lose that second half. We really locked them down a lot better. I think, inside the arc they were 24%, and we held them to 16% from the three ball. So offensively we played better, and defensively we locked them down pretty good.
I gave a shout out to Clark and Vestal. They shut Rich down, who's leading. She's scoring almost 19 points a game. So I think she ended up with 10. I think.
Yeah, she's an All-American, and I watched her play last year against Oklahoma City University, and she had 40 one night.
Wow.
So she's a tremendous player, and we just try to keep her from catching, and whoever's guarding her's not giving any kind of help on defense, and just trying to really make it work for her. And we got into it and really played her well.
Yeah. I mentioned Vestal. She kind of seems to be the heart and soul, at least a big part for this team. I've kind of noticed as the season's progressed, however she's going, how the rest of the team seems to go. How important is she to your team right now?
Oh, man. We've got 3 seniors that I recruited when my first recruiting class, really, with Vestal and Mackenzie Jantz and McKenna Morley. Those 3 came in and have stuck it out here, and they all 3 lead in a different way. But Kylie, offensively, has just – she's shooting one of the top shooters in the country I think she's shooting 50-some% from the field, and just she's just doing a great job. But Mackenzie Jantz,
she was huge tonight.
She was, huge, and she helps you where most people don't notice.
Yeah.
She's just so smart and heady.
She's always in the right spot, seems like.
And she just does the right things. So I'm proud of those 3. But you're right. Kylie.
She's kind of the engine.
She's kind of the engine that makes us run.
Yeah.
And we've just got to get back into things. I'm just glad second half we played better.
Yeah, I was thankful. I noticed I was getting a little concerned because of the turnovers. Against Langston we had 33 turnovers, which is kind of uncharacteristic.
Right.
We started the first half of this game and had 10, and I was getting nervous, but I noticed you only turned the ball over twice in the second half.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that at halftime, and against Langston, we had some mental errors on our press breaker where we didn't have somebody in the middle of the floor all the time, and we tried to make some changes at half. The 2 girls at half to kind of stretch their defense a little bit, and they kind of forgot the other part of the job they're supposed to do, and so it kind of left us hanging some. But we just didn't do a very good job against Langston. But I was proud of the way the girls battled back. And
you'll get them again.
Yeah,
I said on the broadcast, I think after the other night, and you never know, but I think next time you face them, you could be looking at a 30-point victory.
Yeah, on the road at home on this conference, there's never any easy ones.
Yeah.
I memean, they're all so difficult. And, you can lose to the last place team, and you can beat the first place team.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't take anything for granted. And it's just so tough, and it's a lot about matchups,
Sure is.
And but I'm really proud of the girls today, the way they fought back, because it could have been a devastating loss for us.
Yeah. Any key games here in the near future that kind of stand out to you on the calendar?
The next 4 are really tough. Next 3 for sure. We got Texas Wesleyan on Saturday down there.
Oklahoma City University.
Oklahoma City on Tuesday, and then John Brown on Thursday, I think, and then Bacone the following Saturday. So 3 big conference games. Texas Wesleyan played NCAA Division I, University of Texas at Arlington the other night to 2 points.
Oh, my word.
And so we've got them at their place on Saturday. We're going to go down tomorrow night, go down a little early.
Trying to miss the weather a little bit.
Try to miss the weather, and we'll practice there at Texas Wesleyan tomorrow evening. And then just get a good night's rest, and get up about noon and head over there to get ready to play a 2 o'clock game Saturday.
So talk about the chemistry of the team a little bit. From what I can tell, I know it can be different in the locker room, and a lot of us don't see in the locker room, but just from the outside looking in, I haven't seen what you can see sometimes on these teams with jealousy or any of that or tension. It seems like the team, they really genuinely care about one another, and they hang out together, and from what I can tell, the chemistry seems to be really solid.
That's definitely our strength. Because we're not as athletic as most of the teams in our conference. We're undersized, and I tell the girls, we have got to be on the same page, and they work at it to make that happen.
Yeah.
We talk to them about it, but they work at it, and they really do care about each other, and they pick somebody up when I'm chewing on them a little bit, and they're not scared to give the extra pass to the person.
Right.
It doesn't matter who scores as long as we win.
Yeah, it really hadn't mattered who's on the floor. I've noticed, sometimes when a player gets subbed, they pout or whatever. I haven't seen that this year at all.
No, they've kind of all bought in into the team thing, and so that's a good thing. Anytime you get a new player eligible like Tamiris, it takes a little time to get that thing rolling again, because it changes up your substitution patterns a little bit.
Yeah, and they stand around and watch her a little bit sometimes.
They do, yeah, and so because she's so talented.
Yeah.
But we're working with her on, let the game come to you.
Right.
Don't think every time you catch it you got to just go make something happen for us, because you don't.
Right.
Go ahead and run the offense some, and then when it comes back around, and if somebody's running hard at you, that's when you take them. So she's just doing a better job there of learning that, and I think she'll get better. She's only got 3 games under her belt right now.
Well, she made
a few more now, I guess.
Yeah, she made an extra pass tonight that resulted in a 3-point play that was really key, I felt like.
Yeah, but she is so athletic.
Yeah,
and
she is.
Once she, gets accustomed to what we're doing and that sort of thing. Coming out of a JUCO, a lot of times the JUCOs, they just kind of play fast.
Yeah.
And
get the ball and go.
She'd be great at that.
Yeah.
But tonight she did some. Her and Kylie had a break one time, and Tamiris just ran hard. Nobody can keep up with those two hardly when they're in the open court. And Kylie made a great pass to her and a finish, but I really think, defensively, we really locked in second half.
Yeah, you did. I felt like you did.
I think we outscored them. What was it, 49-26?
Yeah. It was a complete turnaround.
So it was a complete turnaround, and we needed that, because we needed, once you struggle against Langston, and you're coming back, you've kind of got to give yourself a little hope,
Yeah, I was concerned that if they came out too flat and got beat, it would be one of those season turners,
it could be.
Yeah.
So getting another W, and Saturday will be tough, but hey, we're going to go down there and play, and I know defensively we'll do the right things. I even thought first half tonight we played good defense.
They just made some shots.
We just couldn't, and we didn't make anything.
Yeah, I've said over and over again, guys and girls in this gym, going north, you can't score. Yeah. Going south, it's like the bucket opens up. I don't know what the difference is. But it's been kind of weird. It's happened all season long. So,
but they're playing hard and they're working hard, and that's all you can ask as a coach. And I tell the girls, if we give everything we've got and play hard and do the right things, I can take a defeat. It's when we don't play good, like the other night, we're turning it over 33 times.
Those hurt.
That's not our kind. We just weren't locked in what we were doing and those kind of things. But hopefully you learn from it and don't let it happen again.
Well, I think they did. It looked like they did tonight. Well, Coach, I appreciate you coming on. I want to shift gears just a little bit. I know a lot of our listeners, certainly a lot of the people around the nation are praying for you. They're aware of the health issues you've been having, and just wanted to see if you want to give everybody an update, how it's going, how the treatments are going.
Yeah, everything is really going as good as could be really expected. As you know, I've got Crohn's disease, so I've got an inflamed colon a lot. So they were really skeptical about giving me radiation, and they ended up doing this proton therapy. It's a new strategy where they can shoot these radiation beams in between the colon and the bladder.
Wow.
And they're giving me a low dosage. That's why I'm doing 45 treatments.
About halfway through, I think.
I've got 26 down. I've got 19 to go.
Gotcha.
After tomorrow, I'll be 18. Going Monday through Friday. But I've had minimal side effects, really. Just
that's awesome.
Some fatigue, basically.
Sure.
And that's pretty much it. I mean,
that may be age, Coach.
That could be that could be age. But no, the Lord, I give him all the glory.
Yeah.
He's really been with me. I mean, when I first discovered it, the doctors, they wanted to take out my whole colon. They wanted to take out my whole bladder, put 2 bags on me. And I didn't believe that. And, and so, as you know, I went to Chicago for a second opinion, and those guys, and that was the big concern was, we can treat you with it, but it could happen during the treatment session, depending on how the radiation affects the colon. You might have to do that. So
we still need to be in prayer.
So still need to be in prayer that the colon and the urethra and the bladder all take it okay, and because if it happens, that's a possibility that could happen. But so far right now, I feel pretty good, honestly. I'm trying to walk a couple miles a day, stay somewhat active.
Sure.
Some days I don't get it done like I should, but I'm just tired. But I appreciate you and your church and all the people from across the country. And I mean, I've got people outside the country just praying for me. It's been a blessing, really.
Well, we'll just keep up the prayer, and I just encourage everyone to continue that prayer covering for Coach Arthur as he presses on through this treatment. And we're just believing for total, complete healing. And so, Coach, we appreciate you joining us here at halftime, and just encourage all of our Eagles fans to stay tuned and continue to support the Eagles. I encourage you to come out and watch. If you're in the area, you ought to come out and check out the Lady Eagles in person. It's a fun brand of basketball. It really is.
Yep.
So,
and Steve, thanks for everything you guys do. You and Danny, you guys do a great job, and we appreciate
Glad to do it.
Okay.
Well, and we're getting ready to start the second half here. Thanks, Coach. We'll see you next time. Well, we're only 30 seconds away from starting the second half. The Eagles men are up 42-40, and so we'll get started. It'll be Eagles basketball.